Good morning. Welcome back to Dower House Farms. We're beef and crops farm, East Cork and South Ireland. We put up a video every day. Better get up on this load on now. Get some cattle fed, weanlings, cows, etc. We'll start off with the first mix of the day for the cows. Sort of a handy enough mix now. There was a good shot of cows one there last day before yesterday. Not today, Thursday, Tuesday. And more soy herbs, barley and soy orders now. They should be here today hopefully. Finished riding Tom. Having a good old scratch for himself. Okay, we've Pip to make sure he doesn't get out. Alright, Pip. And Tom. We gave Tom a little bit of a break after the last time he ran. So probably run about 3 weeks or a month again. You finished, Tom? Just checking these weanlings now. These are the ones we shifted there yesterday. So there's much grass in this field, but get it grazed off and get it growing. There's about 15 acres here to be grazed. We'll be moving them on to another farm then again. That's not all of them, so where are the rest of them? This hilly place. Oh my god. I'm getting unfit. There's a very bad forecast now for tonight, so that's why we brought them off to this farm. Bad forecast for 10 days to tell you the truth. There's loads of shelter here. There's big high ditches around all the fields here, so they'll be fine now. They're out with 2 weeks or more, so they're starting to get fluffy. They'll be the finest. There's no bother on them. So I'd love to have more cattle out, and I'd another group at home, 32 that I was going to leave out, but the weather's just too unsettled at the moment. It's grand having one small group out. You can keep moving them away, they're getting covers grazed off and things. They're doing what you want them to do, but when the weather breaks, they start to fly through ground. So if you have too many out, it's a disaster. So yeah, look, I refrained from letting any more out. And I'm glad I did, to be honest. I'm glad I have these out, but I wouldn't like to have any more out. These boys are happy out, aren't they? There's a tree over here now. Let's make sure it's not on the wire. Bull's favourite thing to do is just wreck around the tree. I'll have to get that cut up now in the next few days before the next round anyway, because that'll be nice and red. East Cork isn't looking too beautiful now today, but it's grand to have these boys out. Look at this lad. He's a bit of a beast, isn't he? No, lad. This just shows how hilly this place is. Put in the comments below, do you think I'm mad having cattle out in this sort of conditions? I personally don't. I think once you've a manageable number out and you have enough ground to graze them over, you'll be fine. Like, graze outs are the least of our worries now. It'd be nice to get good graze outs, obviously, but we got great graze outs at home actually. And like, ground conditions are very good. This is really hilly field, like, so they're always going to cut into a hill. But yeah, I'm happy, anyway. So ground conditions are good. These cattle will do well outside, and great to be out grazing. Oh, it's also great to be in out of the cold. We were excuse me. We were in Boolta there, schooling. Boolta is our local school in Gallops. Brilliant place, school horses. So we took 3. So I'll put in a little clip of that there now.
This is Cork, in Cork down by the Lee. This is Cork, a real capital city. This is Cork, in Cork down by the Lee. This is Cork.
Another thing I'll just talk about there for a second is there was a comment on one of the videos back along there about foliar nitrogen and foliar nitrogen and liquid nitrogen. They're 2 different things. So what you do with a tone fort is foliar nitrogen. By foliar I mean that you're dissolving say urea, and it's applied in a mist across the plants, lands on the leaf, and it's soaked in through the leaf. And liquid nitrogen, then it goes out in droplets and it's soaked in through the soil the same way as granular fertilizer is. So granular fertilizer and liquid nitrogen are sort of the same things, whereas foliar feeding is the same aim to get grass to grow, obviously, but a completely different technique of applying nitrogen. And the reason is, when nitrogen lands on the ground, now I'm not exactly sure the scientific terms, but when nitrogen lands on the ground, it goes through a chemical change. To when it's soaked into the ground, it must go through a chemical change to change it to a form of nitrogen that's available for the roots to absorb and to grow a plant. So there's a huge inefficiency in that chemical change, which is where you lose a lot of I think about 30% of the nitrogen you lose. The available nitrogen is lost in that chemical change. And then also with chemical or with solid and liquid nitrogen, you have volatilization, which could be another 30%. So they say that like foliar feeding is 3 times more efficient way of applying nitrogen than granular or liquid. So you only put out a third of the amount of nitrogen, which makes it more environmentally friendly and better for the soil. So that's why there is a push to foliar feeding. But you need a leaf for foliar feeding. So if you're going out onto heavy cover, say if you're going out onto cover 1500, that's ideal for foliar feeding. Whereas if you're only going on to, you won't go out to a paddock that's just been grazed and put a foliar application on, because there won't be enough leaf there to soak it up. So there are the differences. I don't do foliar feeding for the simple reason that it's just too much work at the moment. I do think it's a good concept. I don't know enough about it to talk much more than what I've done. But look, it's something that we'll all be hearing a lot more about in the future, along with all these environmental measures. So just something I thought might interest some of you. Sorry, one detail I left out about the foliar feeding. When you apply nitrogen as a foliar feed, it doesn't have to go through the chemical change. It's in the correct form to be absorbed through the leaf and to allow the plant to grow, to allow the plant to use the nitrogen to grow. So that's the big gain. You don't have that composition change, that chemical change, that where you lose efficiency. I'd rather be pulling boulders with my teeth now, to tell you the truth, and that's it. But anyway, we're nearly there. It's starting to look good now. Just this little square and a few doors left. Just getting these cows now on the outside pen bedded down. going to be a rough all night tonight, so I won't do them any harm now to have a nice bed. They were actually bedded down this morning as well, but they love this bean straw, or this pea straw, whatever it is. Get these two lads done now as well. There's a couple of these are lame, and there's my little sucker that was weighing, so I said I better keep him in for a few days. Not really sure how you weigh in something, but anyway, every day's a school day. Will I do a millennial farmer finger click to get the shed ready for calves? 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! There we go now. So this is how it works. This gate, obviously you have 2 stations per pen. Put 60 in there, 60 in this side, and this gate closes into the middle one here. So you have 60 that side, 60 that side. And for training then, this is our training pen here. So this is our training pen. That gate opens up here, and so it's a nice small pen to start them off. When you're just putting them into the feeder to register them, if they're not registered, you can use 4 stations, which is really handy. So say if you have 20 or 30 calves coming to one batch, you can shove them all in to make sure they all get their drink. And so what we usually do is we go, we fill that side, the right hand side first, but we'll start them off in here, get them going, and as they're going out to that side then we'll vaccinate them we'll give them an intranasal vaccine, just so we'll let them settle in for a couple of days until they're trained on the feeder, and off they go then. And we will probably, once that side is full then, we'll dehorn all them. And so when that side's full then, we'll be training way here, and we'll put them, the ones that are trained, we'll put them out there, and this gate comes over to the feeder to meet the feeder here, so we can give one to them during the day and 1 to these ones during the day, but to train them then we can use the 4 again. So we'll be starting off now tomorrow. We'll just bed down this pen, and we put stock board along the front here to stop a wind coming in. The pallet of milk will usually be there, and we'll probably put stock board over there again, and maybe bales there or whatever. So it works well. It's nothing too fancy, but it works well. Fair job getting that washed now today, but I got it done anyway. And yeah, so that's it now. It's not going to be a 7 o'clock video today anyway, because it's now 7:20. But anyway, it's done and ready for calves now tomorrow. I was to collect a few today, but just couldn't get around to it. So yeah, we'll get them collected now tomorrow, get them settled in, and flat out then for the next 6 weeks, I suppose. Should there be calves in here, realistically, it won't be full for the guts of 2-3 weeks. And they'll be here for 8 weeks, so you'll be talking 3 months. This shed will be full belt for, and it's every day, morning and evening. So the only thing is, look, all you must do is really check the feeder, so it's not the end of the world. But anyway, that's it now for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, helps the video to grow, and we'll see you again tomorrow for more Dower House Farms.